Uh, D, you gonna do our intro?
I am not doing an intro for this bull.
First of all, language. Second of all, we gotta be professional. This is our job. This is what we do. You do the intro, and then we hit the music, and then we do the review. It's the formula. It's a 3-act formula.
Ugh, fine. We are reviewing Dark Phoenix. Happy?
Nobody's happy with this movie.
Just play the music.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go. Let's all go. Let's all go to the. Let's all go to the. Let's all go to the lobby.
Dark Phoenix, the final movie in the X-Men in this particular iteration of the X-Men. Like we are done. The merger happened. Fox is no longer holding on to the studios. Disney now has it, and we are done. We are done with Dark Phoenix. Dark Phoenix is the last one, and thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God.
I have a feeling this is not the last one.
I mean, like we might end up with another. Oh, 1 second. Oh, Jesus Christmas.
We might end up with another Jesus Christmas.
Okay, I got a cold. I'm trying to get over this cold.
Excuses.
And it's still tickling my throat.
Excuses.
So anyway, Disney now holds the reins of X-Men.
Are they going to make it better?
I don't know. We don't know if they're going to add them into the MCU. We don't know if they're going to keep it standalone. We don't know if they're ever going to touch X-Men ever again. We don't know. But this is the final one for right now. This is the final one. Like, to the point where, spoilers, there's no end credit scene. We didn't say
think
one.
that's a spoiler.
Okay, well, fine, not a spoiler. But like, here we go. We've got Dark Phoenix. This is the final movie, as I said, in this particular iteration of the X-Men, where we had like Days of Future Past, First Class, and a bunch of other X-Men movies that like a lot of people didn't see because didn't care. Just really didn't care. It really isn't fair because X-Men went from being like the most important Marvel property to the redheaded stepchild when it came down to cinemas.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. But anyway, we have Dark Phoenix. It follows the Phoenix Saga, which is Jean Grey's story where she becomes... Okay, let's just say it. She throws a tantrum. She throws a mind tantrum. That's basically what this movie is.
Yeah.
She ends up throwing a mind tantrum for almost 2 freaking hours. And...
Yeah, not much to say, huh?
There really isn't.
This was just a wasted opportunity of a movie. They basically, in this movie, sorry to keep it blunt, but they basically just told you to eat a dick.
This movie is incomplete.
Yeah.
This movie, for lack of a better term, is completely incomplete. I know I just contradicted myself with that. I don't care. It's incomplete.
It is, and it was like a bunch of missed opportunities.
There were a lot of missed opportunities. But what really gets me is this is a movie that is bland, it is basic, it is banal, it has no character, it has no charisma.
It has no too seriously.
That's really what it is. It's like, how do you have 2 hours of a movie with people with mutants with these amazing powers and like you take yourself this friggin' seriously?
Yeah, like, okay, so you remember the original, well, I don't know if they're the original, but you remember the X-Men before the new X-Men. So which had like Patrick Stewart.
At the turn of the century.
Yes,
X-Men.
Halle Berry. Yeah, okay. That, granted, was not a good movie. However,
you're talking about X-Men Last Stand, where they actually did talk about where they did show us Phoenix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it still didn't take itself serious. They still had character development. You still cared about the characters.
Yeah.
So even though Jean died, you cared she died.
Yeah.
This movie, you have
there's a major character that dies like a third of the way in, and you just don't give a shit.
They have so many stars in this movie, and it's just like, a waste of stars in a crappy movie that you took yourself too literal and too seriously. And
I wouldn't even say it's like a crappy movie. It's just a movie.
Well, maybe
it feels like
complete, like you said.
It feels like this movie has the same amount of just fun about it as if your biology teacher wheeled a TV screen in front of you, but instead of seeing like those you remember those zoo animal videos and stuff, instead of seeing that, you saw a 1950s VHS of somebody just talking about biology
or talking about sex education. They basically gave you, like, you were learning about sex ed in the 6th grade, so they just put on a freaking 1950s video.
Like, this is your body.
Yeah.
It's like, no.
This is what you got with
it. Had nothing. This movie gives you absolutely nothing. It tells you the story, but then it gives you absolutely nothing with it for 2 hours. Like, how are you 2 hours and this freaking boring?
Yes, it was just 2 hours of muddled. It wasn't even muddled. Here's the deal. You have who do you have? You have James McAvoy, Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. And who else? Who played Dark Phoenix?
Sophie Turner.
Sophie Turner. Do you see how you have all these stars in the movie? Including James McAvoy.
And you just don't give a shit. Jessica Chastain just don't give a shit.
No.
Just do not give a shit.
Any movie, because you remember Glasses or Shattered Glass or whatever the hell that crap was. Like,
you talk about Glass, the movie?
Yeah, where he was in, and he actually, if it wasn't for him, that movie would have just been like
the worst.
What the hell?
Absolute freaking worst.
He couldn't even do anything with this.
So again, this is a story about Dark Phoenix. First of all, Charles Xavier is a fucking asshole.
Well, I thought we already knew that.
I mean, we do, but like, you really just want to like smack the shit out of him, like throughout the entirety of this movie. Like, he is
and then
such
it
a
set you
fucking
on
asshole.
the premise of how not Cognito. What is her name?
Mystique.
How she went, because
whenever you saw her in like the cartoons and the video games,
she's a bad guy.
She's a bad guy, or at least she's like bad of center,
right?
Just slightly off of center.
She has morals. She has compass. Like, if it benefits, she'll do it. If it's like ridiculous, she'll stop.
But like in this one, it starts you off. Okay, so here's another issue that I have with this, and I don't really want to give the Marvel Cinematic Universe too many ass pats and kudos or anything. But one of the things that they really do well, the MCU, is, even though everything is like connected from movie to movie to movie to movie, what they do is they relegate a lot of that connectivity to Easter eggs. And that's perfect, because if it's something that you might miss, or if it's something that you just never saw before, it doesn't ruin the experience, because the story isn't predicated on you knowing every single little detail. I sat through this movie and it felt like one of two things. It felt like I was given a pop quiz and I had not read any of the fucking material.
Yeah.
So the whole time I'm just like, when did this happen? How did this happen? What's going on?
Yeah.
Or it was overly expositional.
Yes.
It's like,
very.
It's like, okay.
And you're just like, okay, this is too much going on. How I can't retain any information because you threw so much shit at me at once. So what am I supposed to? Who am I supposed to focus on? First of all,
but it's so bad that I don't know the name of the bad guys. I can't tell you the name. I cannot name them to save my life.
We don't even know what they're here for. We don't even know what they're here to do. We don't even know their name. We just know they came in and started killing people and was like...
It's like, what's their motivation? What's going on? It's like, how do you not movie well for 2 hours? You give me a 2-hour movie and I cannot tell you who the bad guys are.
No. So
I just know that they exist. They're here. They're killing people.
Climax,
done.
You're just like... I don't really give a shit who wins. Just hurry up.
I'm waiting for the movie. Like we saw it late at night. We saw this late at night. Like at the time of us recording, it's like almost 2:00 right now. So we saw it and we got out at almost midnight. And the whole time we're watching this, we're going, okay, just get to the fucking end.
Right.
Because, like, nothing about this is fun. Nothing about this makes me want to retain any of the fucking information.
Not really.
I don't care. Like, this feels like homework. This movie felt like homework. It felt like somebody, instead of letting me see the fun and the life of the source material, the X-Men, instead of me seeing that, somebody said, here's the Wikipedia article, retain the information.
Right.
And that's
then
it.
Write like a 10-page thesis about what you just saw.
That's really what it feels like. It feels so
That's what I feel. I might
fucking
as well
lifeless.
just do a dissertation on this.
This is bad. Like, this isn't insulting your intelligence, man.
It's not.
But as I said, it's an incomplete movie.
That's what it is. I think it takes itself too literal. It takes itself too seriously. And it was like a missed opportunity. And it was a missed opportunity with a whole lot of stars. And enjoyable stars at that.
Yes, like this could have been easily much better, but as we said, it took itself so seriously.
Who the hell the bad guys are?
It takes itself so seriously that I did not crack a smile or laugh at
throughout
a single scene.
And I'm pretty sure there were some jokes, but they weren't.
No, there was no jokes. There was no jokes. There was no funny. There was like one scene where somebody showed any kind of character outside of just like, I'm here to fight or I'm here to survive. No, it was at the beginning of the movie. It was Quicksilver. Quicksilver made a quip, and I was like, haha. That's internally. I'm like, I get what you're going for. But that was it. Nothing. Everything else was just dour. This is a dour movie.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why did it have to be this way? This is your last shot. This is the last thing that we're going to see of the X-Men for a while. If there's another X-Men, it won't have the same actors. It won't be the same storyline.
It won't be the same.
It won't look the same.
No.
So this is your last shot.
I kind of wish Deadpool came in at the end of the movie and just shot everybody. That's kind of what I was waiting for at the end of the credits.
That's the only thing.
That's what I was just waiting on Deadpool. And I was disappointed because I didn't see Deadpool. I just wanted him to come, kill everybody, and say, you're welcome. That's
the only thing that would have saved this movie. Because I can't recommend this to anybody. I can't say go see this. I don't even want to go see this. I was held hostage for 2 hours. And it's not bad enough to where it's like, oh my God, I absolutely hated it. This is not bad to where it's like, it's so bad it's good. It's just
shitty.
Give us your score, D.
1.
Yeah,
I'm done. That's it. 1 star. I'm not giving you any crap else about this movie. 1 star. I'm done.
This is a 1-star movie. This was a waste of time. The only thing that's saving is the fact that it didn't insult your intelligence. It doesn't.
Oh, it's okay. I'm gonna turn this into a dissertation, and I'm gonna turn it in and see what I get. I should become a doctor after this crap.
It doesn't insult your intelligence. It's just a bad movie. An incredibly bad movie. There's nothing fun. It's lifeless.
It's bland.
It's just whack. This is a whack ass movie.
Yeah.
This is a fucking whack ass movie.
Yep.
And I already wasn't looking forward to this, so take that as you will. Say that I had a bias going into this, but every time I sit down in a seat, because I don't like, even though I like reviewing movies, I don't like the process of going to the movies. So when I go to the movies, even if I don't want to see the movie that I'm about to see, I hope that it's good. I hope I'm wrong each and every time I see a bad trailer, I hear about bad practices, anything like that, bad actors. I hope the movie is good, or at least gives me a fun time. I did not have fun in this movie.
I think
the final fight scene that we got.
Yeah, that wasn't even exciting.
The final fight scene that we got was ruined primarily because at the end of the day, you couldn't name the bad guys.
Again, you don't know who
they are. You don't know what they are. Like, how are you so expositional?
Okay.
How are you so reliant on previous movies, but you still don't give me information that actually fucking matters?
Okay, so we go into the movie theater. There's not a lot of people in there. The people that are in there are asleep. Like you hear snoring.
Oh my God.
All in the back.
Oh my
That's all
God.
you hear. We were like,
No one even talked.
Nope.
Like, I was hoping to hear at least one or two people
Nope.
just like talking over the movie. No, 1 star. Fuck this.
Yep.
Fuck this. This is a 1-star movie.
Just go get the comic book. Enjoy yourself with the comic book.
Yeah, just read the comics. Just
I
read
wouldn't even
or watch X-Men Last Stand. That's a better
Oh, yeah,
a better Phoenix movie than this.
Or watch the X-Men that had Halle Berry and Patrick Stewart and Hugh Jackman.
That's Last Stand.
Yeah, go watch that.
Watch that.
You'll have better fun with that.
Jesus Christ. I felt like I was in class. I've had nightmares like this. I felt like I was in class and I was gonna wake up and like be in my underwear and not have my books.
I think the only nightmare I have is Gene coming to me saying, "Oh, you said my movie was shitty. Well, here's shitty for you." That's what I feel like. Like,
Really?
that's my nightmare.
That's the best you got? That's the best you got?
That's the best I have. I mean, I don't have anything. I can't offer you nothing.
So wow, you really heated about this.
Yes! It's freaking X-Men, dude. It's X-Men. How do you fuck up X-Men? How? Exactly.
So before you go on a tangent, I guess we got to go Kaiju out.
Kaiju out. I'm done. No. Bye.